to find this cheater. And y'all think Rasheeda is so dumb. And Kirk is so dumb. And he's just a cheater. Where the f are the bitches that I'm cheating with? Help me out.
Kirk Frost just won a huge victory in this full-fledged legal battle, and Jasmine may be packing her bags for good. This isn't just another reality TV scandal. Here is a summary. After years of controversy, Kirk Frost's most recent legal battle with Jasmine Washington completely turned the tide. You recall Jasmine? She was the one who, in 2016, accused Kirk of being the father of her son Cannon, upending Kirk and Rasheeda's marriage. The whole thing blew up when Jasmine came forward and revealed their affair on national television, in addition to accusing Kirk of being Cannon's father. For Kirk, the scandal was a PR nightmare, but Jasmine was out there battling for recognition and child support. Now, after years of tumultuous paternity drama, allegations of neglect, and incessant back and forth on and off the show, Kirk recently won a significant legal battle. Jasmine's attempts to obtain child support and legally compel Kirk to give up his hand were unsuccessful. In addition to ruling in Kirk's favor, the court essentially rejected all of Jasmine's arguments. However, what was it about Kirk's argument that made the judge agree with him? What does this mean for Jasmine, who has been holding onto this story for years in the most important and decisive way? The tumultuous events that brought us to this point should be dissected. Now imagine this. One crazy evening, Jasmine arrives at Kirk's house, but not for a cordial conversation. According to her neighbors, she was yelling, hammering on doors, and creating a scene fit for a Hollywood production. The entire neighborhood was shaken. Imagine being awake in the middle of the night and hearing all that noise. When Kirk ignored her calls, avoided paying child support, and abandoned her, Jasmine was out there screaming. Some neighbors believed the whole thing was a setup for a reality TV show because it became so heated, but it was more than just unpaid support or hurt feelings. After the affair was made public, Jasmine accused Kirk of being a deadbeat father and said he had abandoned her and their son Cannon. The drama had been simmering for years, but this was Jasmine's breaking point. Not to mention that she brought Kirk to the world's attention on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She wasn't merely making noise, she was here to make Kirk's filthy affairs public. Although he was aware of Jasmine's unpredictable nature, Kirk wasn't going to overlook this. This was extraordinary. He then called the police, locked down that evidence, and got his legal team to work, and lo and behold, they were ready. When the police arrived, they were given a front row seat to the mayhem, with Jasmine yelling that Kirk had abandoned her and Cannon, while Kirk remained composed and let the police handle issues. Jasmine was described as violent and insane in the police report, which later benefited Kirk. But this was about all the messes Jasmine had dragged Kirk through over the years, not just about trespassing. Allegations, paternity tests, accusations of neglect, and drama have all been abundant. The affair itself completely upended Kirk and Rasheeda's marriage, and Jasmine's incessant teasing hasn't helped. Their relationship has been overshadowed by the controversy. Jasmine persisted even after Kirk acknowledged having an affair and being the father of Cannon, demanding additional assistance and even showing up out of the blue. This lawsuit is the last straw. Kirk wasn't playing around this time. He filed lawsuits against Jasmine for emotional distress, trespassing, harassment, and property damage, and he also obtained a restraining order against her. The worst part is that there is security footage to support it. By portraying Jasmine as a stalker who went too far, Kirk's legal team knew exactly what they were doing. In that video from the night of the incident, she can be seen yelling at the door, demanding answers, and making a scene while threatening to expose Kirk. On Kirk's side, it was obvious. Jasmine made sure everyone knew she was there rather than just showing up without permission. Jasmine was permanently barred from Kirk's life, at least legally, by the restraining order, which changed everything. Jasmine's chances of retaliating appeared slim given the evidence against her, and he made it plain that he couldn't stand any more mess. In order to maintain their relevance, Kirk's team even promoted the idea that Jasmine was attempting to take advantage of the circumstance for publicity, saying she was obsessed with being on TV. They contended that her primary concern was maintaining her reputation in the media rather than Cannon. Let's discuss Rasheeda now. She has endured enough because of Kirk's previous transgressions, but this time she is standing by her man. She is pressuring Kirk, according to insiders, to ensure that Jasmine doesn't cause them any more trouble. This time is different from the many times Rasheed has endured lies, cheating, and the associated public humiliation over the years. Rasheeda is adamant about protecting their family and permanently barring Jasmine. At the moment, she is devoted to Kirk and is all about establishing limits. According to sources, she has been making decisions behind the scenes and instructing Kirk to ensure that Jasmine's antics don't ever again cause problems in their home. Although rumors are circulating that Jasmine is preparing a counterattack, is this merely a desperate bluff, or does she have a case? Jasmine has been outspoken about Kirk's lack of accountability, and she has implied that she has receipts to back it up. Reportedly, she is preparing to refute Kirk's charges, claiming that she is the true victim. The fact is, however, that opposing Kirk's strong case appears to be futile. Although Jasmine may attempt to portray herself as the mother defending her child, Kirk's attorneys have portrayed her as reckless. The video, police reports, and witness statements all portray Jasmine as the aggressor. But we're all aware of Jasmine's behavior, so she won't be going away in silence. According to her, Kirk's lawsuit is intended to silence her rather than to defend his family. Jasmine claims that Kirk has been attempting to silence her about their affair in the messy aftermath by harassing her for years. She has even gone so far as to say that Kirk is manipulating events behind the scenes to keep her portrayed as the crazy baby mama and him as the victim. Jasmine claims that Kirk's objective has always been damage control, making her appear crazy and erratic to get people to stop taking her seriously and to stop her from making baseless accusations. Jasmine is revealing sinister secrets that could permanently damage Kirk's reputation. We are discussing Kirk's actual methods of conducting business, untrustworthy activities, and the true account of the affair. Kirk has a tendency to manipulate women, making them look crazy whenever they speak out against him, according to Jasmine's hints. According to her, Kirk was more domineering than most people realized and had threatened her to keep her quiet when the affair first surfaced. However, she hasn't yet revealed any actual receipts, so people are giving her a lot of side-eye. Jasmine's reputation isn't exactly perfect, though, as she has been known for years as the person who ruined Kirk and Rasheeda's marriage. Many view her as an opportunist who took advantage of her relationship with Kirk to land a spot on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and ride the drama wave for fame, so her attempts to play the victim haven't yielded the results she was hoping for. Many people saw her as a clout chaser, while others believed she was truly hurt when she came forward with her version of events. She is being ridiculed on social media for knowing Kirk was married from the beginning. When she arrived at Kirk's house that evening, many people claimed she was merely attempting to remain current. The problem is that she might not be bluffing. Is there anything Jasmine actually knows about Kirk that could make things different? She has a mixed record, to be sure, but occasionally the screaming wolf has a valid warning. Kirk might get into trouble again if Jasmine has solid proof to support her allegations. What if she publishes emails, texts, or even recordings that portray Kirk as the antagonist? Kirk left after the judge rejected Jasmine's sob story. Victorious, the court decided in Kirk's favor on all counts. The judge made it clear that Jasmine's actions were not only careless, but also dangerous. The harassment and trespassing charges remained in place, and the restraining order was granted, keeping Jasmine out of Kirk's life in his house. The real deal is that, should everything go according to plan, Jasmine might face steep fines and possibly even jail time. She is now in a precarious situation after the court's ruling. She could face criminal charges if she violates the restraining order or tries to pull another prank. Kirk is pursuing full custody of Cannon, and considering everything that has transpired, the odds are in his favor. Kirk's team ensured that she was boxed in legally, and any mistake could land her back in court. In addition to the video showing her losing it at Kirk's house, Jasmine's meltdown that evening, the restraining order, and the harassment charges don't exactly present her as a stable parent. The case is already being developed by Kirk's attorneys, who contend that Cannon would do better in a setting that is stable and free of drama. For all intents and purposes, Kirk has the financial connections and resources necessary to make this happen. However, Jasmine is not giving up easily. She is accusing Kirk of being a father who has neglected his duties and been absent. With the mounting legal losses, Jasmine appears more desperate than dangerous, even though she is still discussing requesting additional child support and demonstrating that Kirk has been evading his parental responsibilities. Both the court and the general public do not agree with her arguments. However, this legal victory might not be the end, because Jasmine is still talking and threatening to expose Kirk. She says she has evidence of Kirk's shady activities and that the truth hasn't been revealed yet, but is she just talking the talk and not the action? Jasmine is perceived by many as merely attempting to maintain her relevance and save face. Rasheeda, who is steadfastly standing by Kirk despite Jasmine's threats, should also not be overlooked. Following all of the drama, Kirk and Rasheeda appear to be back on track and prepared to close this chapter permanently. What do you all think, though? Was this something Jasmine started, or is Kirk going too far? Could Jasmine really have some dirt that could put Kirk and Rasheeda's world on edge, or is this just a case of a disgraced woman snapping? Post your opinions in the comments section.